Hello Leo, this is Victoria and I'm here with your March Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life and personal space, at your career and love life, career and workspace, and we'll get you messages from your person of interest to yourself, so stick around for that. I will begin with a quick oracle message, and it's going to be the Sacred Traveler deck today, so let's get started. Hope you guys are doing great. These readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Leo. So if you're watching for a Sun sign, please check out videos for other placements as well. And of course, if you're new, please subscribe to the channel, and there's a lot more information in the description box on my products and services. And for everyone, thank you for your likes, shares, and comments. All right. So with all that said, Leo, you've got the Embracing Enthusiasm card, which is, I feel like it's such a Leo energy, honestly. Shout to the heavens with happiness. And look what I have here on top of the main deck. Kind of representation of that message, of that energy, don't you think? And this is the Sun card, yes, and it's your card. It's your energy, Leo. I mean, yeah, not a coincidence at all. I have done my pre-shuffle, that's what came out on top, but I will shuffle more for the reading itself. This is just a representation, just to give you that image for your mind, for yourself. This is the guidance, direct guidance. Go and do this. Ideally, in the sun. But maybe you'll find a way to enjoy that moment even without the sun, who knows. Okay. I know, we're technically, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, we're not quite in that spring zone yet, although the date is much longer now. And in March, we will be celebrating spring equinox. So that's another hint to pay attention to that time, to that energy, to celebrate in your own way, whatever that means to you. I know I'm going to the tropical place for the rest of the months. I'm like going tomorrow, and then I won't have to worry about the heaters, the warm hats, the sub-zero temperatures, Fahrenheit, like goodbye. For which I'm really happy, because in New York area we get that weather up until like mid-April. It's not fun. Anyway, Leo, for your personal space and love life, you have a Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. For career space, you have King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Nine of Pentacles. And then the advice, we have Seven of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and Five of Cups. Okay. No major arcanas this time. You have Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I love it. This is a new beginning. This is continuation of the topic with the new cycles, with the new season. Because when we experience spring equinox, coincidentally, that's also the beginning of a new zodiacal cycle, the big one, you know, the yearly one, because the zodiacal cycle starts with the Aries season, right? So they coincide at this time. Not, again, no coincidences there. So there's definitely a change of seasons, change of phases at this time, and there is a real opportunity to change your life for the better, to change your way of living. I don't know what that could mean for you. Maybe your level of abundance actually also, or how you choose to spend your resources, which I feel like is very appealing, right? But let's see what lies behind this, or what's on this side. So for personal space and love life, we have Knight of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Seven of Pentacles. So I'm sensing that you're trying to figure out what is the path, really, what is the way to true connection with another human being, whether it's somebody that you're considering romantically, it could be a friend or family member, but it's like there are all these different angles to the same question, really. Like, what is real connection? How do I know that this is the one, right? You want to make plans, you want to commit, but there's something feels off, right? Or does it? And this is the whole thing of like Is it my intuition telling me that something is off, or is it my brain overthinking and maybe it's my fear and I should just push it away, right? The main message that I'm seeing here is don't rush with any decisions, especially while we're still in Mercury retrograde until March 20th. And essentially with the shadow period, the whole March is going to be shadowed with the Mercury retrograde energy, right? Sit with that feeling, sleep on it, maybe have a conversation with the person if you feel like they will understand. If you have that trusted space, you should be able to cover any topics with them. You know, they say you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, right? And see how it goes and take it from there. You'll have more information at least. For your career space, you have King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and a Nine of Pentacles. So this is about establishing yourself, what your needs are, what you're like emotionally, practically in life, you know, what kind of lifestyle is your ideal lifestyle. Do that exercise, paint it for yourself, write it down in your journal, meditate on it, envision it, right? What are your non-negotiables in good communication and good connection with people? And yes, it will be relevant for the job. I'm about to make that point. It seems more personal than professional, but the truth is, it's just as important for these things to be present and to be, for your job, for your career to be aligned with this, whether it's about the amount of money you make or the team that you're part of, or how you communicate with your clients and how they communicate with you. It still needs to align. It's not like you can just cut off that part of your life. We're not in the Severance show, right? It's all part of your well-being and part of your energy field, right? So it's important to create that connection and not see it as separate, not see it as like, these are my rules for close relationships, I don't know, at home, these are my rules for relationships at work. No, it needs to go together. And the third ingredient here is the motivation and passion. What is it for you? Establish it for yourself. And you may think that it's very obvious when it comes to your job, to your business, but trust me, you may be surprised. And my favorite exercise to do to establish that is the moving motivators from Management 3.0 from Yuri and Apollo. But by all means, search for other ways, for other methods to establish it for yourself. But it is very, very helpful to know. And then finally, for the advice, we have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. And this is establishing boundaries more than anything else. It's like, who am I? Where is that boundary between me and we with another person? And who I am by myself, who I am when I'm with my partner, my friends, you know, like how does your identity change? How do you see those roles within you? And how do they help you discover more about your personality and stay true to self more than like try to fit into a certain environment, right? This is like, the message is talking you out of doing that, of being compliant and just comfortable for, or convenient, right? I think is the word. Out of being convenient, so like, it's not about being convenient with others, right? And for others to like you as you like, you know, based on how you behave. It's like, no, this is who I am. Let's see if you like me the way I am. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. The first card from your person, so this is a message from a person of interest, is the Strength, which is again Leo energy. Clarified by Page of Cups and King of Swords. Your person could be a Leo, of course, could be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But more than anything, they see your glow. They recognize your light, how bright you are, how much brightness you have in you, you know, how you light up the room when you enter that room. And it's both endearing and intimidating for them. So they're trying to decide, but from a logical space, like, is that something I should, like, should I join this party, this team, you know, figuratively speaking, and be happy, or should I be cautious? Because this person, like, I don't know what to expect really, right? It's intimidating to a certain degree. It brings up certain childhood fears too. So there could be a dynamic of like the masculine feminine connection here, depending on what you are, they are, right? But essentially it's that dynamic. Like, what does the healthy relationship look like? They're asking themselves those questions. They're finding that courage or that strength to go beyond the instinct, right? And tackle the situation in a more conscious way, right? Whether they can do it or not, life will show. But yeah, this connection is definitely bringing up a lot for them. And it's like essentially for them to see whether they have that strength and courage to continue the journey and face those challenges or those fears, or they don't have it in them and they'd rather stay in their comfort zone. But that's probably going to mean that you and them are not going to be together. And that's what they're contemplating and figuring out right now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here, Leo. Thank you so much for joining me today. This was a wonderful reading. All the best for you in March. Please don't forget to like the video, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. And until next time,